Welcome to not my yard. This is my granddaughter's yard, and she needed roses. She called me up and said, Grandpa, come give Mom and Dad some roses. So I got them hooked up. If you saw my episode last weekend, I stopped by, dropped some roses off, and now I'm here as promised to get them in the ground. So today's episode, we're going to teach you how to properly plant roses. This is something that my grandfather taught me when I was like maybe 11, 12 years old. One Mother's Day, we got Grandma roses, and he taught me how to plant roses, and I've been planting them that way ever since. I've never lost a bush, and later this summer, I'll show you how I prune and care for my roses so I can always have the biggest, best, most fragrant blooms every time, so that I'm constantly bringing in bouquets of flowers to have in the house. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so first couple things. We didn't get these earlier in the year when we could have saved, 50% by getting bare root. We got potted ones that are already growing, doing nicely. A couple things to look for though. I always make sure you know where the knot is. You don't want to bury the knot, and if you're getting roses from a nursery that's covered that knot, you're going to want to uncover it so that it can do the best it can. If you cover that, what you're going to do is you're going to get sprouts that are going to grow, suckers that'll come up from the bottom. They won't be this rose bush. So you just keep that in mind. Then dig a hole that's a little bit bigger than the pot. You're going to cover it even with the soil, so it's still below the knot. So we've already dug some holes. If you look here, we've got them laid out. We got a variety of roses. They vary in potential as far as their size. So we've got the shorter ones up front. We'll go to the larger ones. I think all the ones we got this year are fragrant, strong fragrant, super fragrant. I love fragrant. And I'll teach her how to prune them a little bit later in the summer so that she can always have the nice, big, strong blooms. So pretty simple. Make sure that you got a good spot here. Not too deep, not too shallow. Then it's just a matter of flipping that baby out. If it's really root bound, make sure you loosen those roots a little bit. Give them a suggestion to grow, and put them down. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is fill that with dirt, but no, we don't want to do that. Not yet. Get yourself a 5-gallon bucket. Then into it get like an all-purpose fertilizer. I really like Alaska fish fertilizer. And what I do is I put the equivalent of what would be 1 gallon to treat 1 gallon of water in a 5-gallon pail, and then I fill that 5-gallon pail full, so it's diluted. Then I fill the hole. So for this hole, that's just over half of that pail. Now I'll start moving in the soil. Careful, those suckers are sharp. You can always tell when I've had a weekend of working in with my roses because I never wear gloves like I should. So I'll have sores, cuts everywhere. All right, make sure that baby is standing up nice and straight. And again, don't cover that knot. And later when we come in and add mulch, we want to keep that open as well. All right, so we will let that water move into the soil, and then we'll add more soil there until it's nice and firm. But don't compact it too much. Now is a great time as well. This is probably a poor example because there are no buds on it. But when you buy that gorgeous rose at the nursery and it's got a flower and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I want everyone on the street to see it. When you put it in the ground, cut all those buds off, cut all the flowers off, cut all the buds off, Give the rose an opportunity to put all its energy into its roots and its plant. The flowers will come. Trust me, I have not steered you wrong yet. You can trust me. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Completely guarantee it. So here we go. We've got 3 more to plant, and then I will come back, well, many times hopefully, but at some point here in a month or so, I will come back and check on the progress, and by then we'll start talking about pruning roses. Now, the one thing that they're going to have to do is keep this watered. You can't just put a rose bush, a bucket of water, and think it's going to survive. And unless you're getting frequent rain, this is going to need daily, if not every other day, watering, and good deep watering. Yes, and get a helper. Get a helper. Yes, water. We need water. Water. So that's how we're going to plant our roses. We're going to set up an irrigation system here to keep these watered regularly. And then after, they're established, then they become a lot more drought tolerant. So follow my advice. And don't forget the water. Listen to my granddaughter. She says water, water. Can't forget the water. Until next time, hey, don't forget, subscribe, hit that like button, and check out some of my other tips, tricks, and check out my garden on my weekly walk through my garden. All right, talk to you later.